Day number 3 from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup here from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. A rematch of game number 1 of the weekend. Team New Brunswick taking on Team Newfoundland. And Newfoundland weathered the storm and outlasted New Brunswick with a 4-1 win. New Brunswick outshot them 57-11, but it was the team from the Rock that found a way to punch their ticket to log in a Game 1 win. Bronze medal game, you're listening to High Button Sports, RBC Center in Dartmouth. Ready to get rocking and rolling here. Newfoundland and New Brunswick clash once again. Right here, a beautiful Sunday morning. And what a great day for some hockey. We are off and running here as Newfoundland will win it back. Firing that one back around. Passes that one ahead now. Starting in goal for Newfoundland and Labrador, Jennifer Murphy. She allowed 3 goals against PEI yesterday morning. A 3-0 loss. They couldn't find their way to the score sheet. Meanwhile, at the other end, Annika Betts. She started that game, crucial game against Nova Scotia yesterday. 5 goals allowed, but she's going to look to rebound here to lock in that bronze medal, as Dawson will play that one ahead. Here's Dawson up to the line, broken up. That one's going to come back the other way. Fires it off the boards, and that one's going to hit a leg and go out to the near side. Chasing that one down low, picked up by Team New Brunswick out in front. Trying to collect that one, but it's taken away here by Lily Barker. That's taken down out in front. It's loose. Gets a shot off there. New Brunswick got off to a fast start in that first game, outshooting them by double digits in the first period. It was a costly turnover that resulted in the icebreaker, and Newfoundland and Labrador just weathered the storm the rest of the way as a shot right there. Point blank on the doorstep. A rebound, spits just wide. Back up top, and that one's going to go all the way back down as Rhea Culligan couldn't get a stick on that one. Passes that one ahead, but that's going to be picked off here by Penny. Plays it across for Spurl. She'll fire that one around. Passes that one ahead. Skating up now. Here comes New Brunswick. Marissa Richard over the line. Sending that one wide. And that's going to be picked up by Ava Seymour. She got the ball rolling in that first game of the tournament on a turnover that made it 1-0. Chance here for New Brunswick. Shot right on, and Murphy will cover that one up with the danger lurking in the weeds nearby in our first stoppage. Just over 2 minutes into this one. In that first game, it was Brooke Taylor and Sophie Urquhart who made a big splash. Near identical 3-point games, a pair of goals for Urquhart and adding an assist. Brooke Taylor with a goal and 2 assists, so a big day for the big guns from Newfoundland. And it's one back, picked up here by Ella Mead. She'll take that one back. Plays it across, right into the middle. Here's Power. Walks. Power tries to get a backhand off there, and she gets cut off, and the lane gets lost in sight as that one's passed up. Mead gets a stick on that one. Picked up by Brooklyn Jefford. Jefford knocks that one down and comes right back off the wall. It's going to be New Brunswick collecting it. Passing that one up, Chanel Ouellette. That one gets sent down the distance, and that'll be an icing here. Charge to Newfoundland and Labrador. So an offensive zone draw here for New Brunswick. Shots 4-0 thus far. And this was the story in the first game. It was New Brunswick who had all the momentum nearly throughout the entire contest. That one's picked up. Tried to throw that one right on. That one gets broken up. Fires it off the boards. Comes right back the other way, skating with it now. Over the line, Jefford firing that one in. That one's going to be steered aside. Trying to spin that one out in front. Passes ahead, and New Brunswick will break it out. First shot on goal for Newfoundland and Labrador there. Katie Hurley was the hero in that first game. 56 saves on 57 shots. Rhea Culligan Gets that one up top, looking for a lane. Tried to pass through the seam there. That gets broken up by Victoria Shea. New Brunswick will hold the line. Jack can't get a stick on that one. Top of the zone, takes a shot there, and Murphy tracks it through and will glove that one down. Newfoundland and Labrador dropped their second game yesterday morning, a 3-0 shutout win for Prince Edward Island, who punched their first tally in the win column. Then a 4-1 loss to Nova Scotia last night. As that one comes right back up top, walks in, takes a shot, fires that one up high. Tried to swing that one up the wall. And they'll get that one out. New Brunswick will chase it back to get it. Here's Audrey Dagg, passes across ice. Passed ahead, works it over the line. That's Chanel Ouellette. Takes a shot there, rebound in front, trying to dig for it. And Murphy gets the pad down and a pile up on top of her. But she makes the stop and keeps this one a tie game. 4:10 in, 7 shots already. And they'll win the faceoff back. Up top, takes a shot there, hits a body on the way through. Rebound, a backhand, sending that one wide. Up the boards here for Rodier. She got the inside track and dumps that one right off, but Penny will collect and rings that one around the boards. Collected now, New Brunswick will play it back. Skates it in over center. Now over the blue line, they take the zone, walks in, firing that one high. Murphy might have got a piece of that one. Here's Penny, picked off, takes a shot there. Murphy makes the save, and that one's fired off the boards, takes a hop, so it won't go the distance, and it's going to be collected here by Audrey Poirier, but that one gets poked all the way back down by Newfoundland and Labrador. Here's Dove. Little drop pass up the wall. Takes a shot there, that one's blocked, and that one's going to come right back out. Jayla Matthews plays it across, almost doesn't find its way to Spurl, but it eventually does, and that's collected here by New Brunswick. Comes right back. Here's Poirier. Audrey Poirier over the line, walks in, tries to take a shot there, fanning on that one. Poirier will dump that one in. Picked up by Jefford. Jefford swings it around. Here's Matthews. Back for Jefford. Tries to pass that one back up the wall to Matthews, but that gets stopped up by some resistance from New Brunswick. Here's Ouellette, walks in, takes a shot. That one stopped by Murphy. And they'll get a defensive zone faceoff. Out to the left here of Murphy. One back, here's Poirier, takes a shot there, and Murphy, great job to track that one through the traffic, and she gloves it down. As New Brunswick enters double digits in shots here in the early going. One back, Ouellette holds the line. She's going to cut to the outside, trying to cut into the middle. She gets the inside track there on Wilcott, but Wilcott pokes it free, and they'll pass that one ahead. There's Power. She gets stopped up at the line. Off the back wall, here's Poirier. Back for Wilcott firing that one, and that's going to be stopped up by the skate here of the New Brunswick defender, Somerville, but that's picked up here by Meade. Working it through neutral ice, and they're going to have to take it back. And they're going to reload back in their own zone. Sharp passes that one ahead for Seymour. That misses the mark there, and that'll go all the way down for an icing. So another offensive zone faceoff for New Brunswick, and just doing a great job at closing up those zone entries, not giving them anything. Very similar to that first game. Newfoundland and Labrador seems content to sit back and wait for their opportunities to pick their shots, and Madeline Colpitts getting the gate out of the dot. Legier Davis in to take that one. That one's going to come back. Picked up by New Brunswick. Passes that one across, and that one's going to go all the way back out. So he'll have to go retrieve. Here's Poirier. Passes across. Passes ahead, tried to find Legier Davis, and that one gets sent right back in. Passes that one up. There's Meade. Tries to poke it free. Shea gets that one to center. Up over the blue line. Passes across. There's Legier Davis. Backhands that one off the wall, and that one goes all the way back in. Here's Spurl. Passes up. Jack misses the mark on that one. New Brunswick got a stick on that one, so that's no icing. Coming out to play that one was Betts. Sending that one down low for Emily Thomas. Has a pair of goals in this tournament. Marianne Ringette giving that one off here for Thomas. Emily Thomas, it's a 2-on-1 for New Brunswick. Takes a shot there. Murphy makes the save. Got a little jab after the whistle there. The defender's taking exception of that. Looks like they're going to get a call on that one. That's going to be a penalty to New Brunswick. A roughing call for Lauren Ward as she poked Murphy as she covered up the puck, even though the whistle hadn't gone yet. Still cautious to protect those goaltenders. So now a power play opportunity here for Newfoundland and Labrador. Poked ahead. They hold the zone. Sharp will drop that one back. Sending it back in, picked up by Degg. Fires it up the wall. Not out. That's stopped by a stick there, and that one comes out off the pass. And Jefford will circle back. Brooklyn Jefford up for Urquhart. Flips that one up off the boards. Comes all the way down, and Culligan will chase it. Looking to airmail that one down, and that one comes up to the line, not out. Bobbles that one, and finally it comes out. So New Brunswick having a bit of trouble getting that one just over the finish line. Here's Dawson, plays it across. Dawson gets it right back, and it's like a too many skaters penalty on the way. That's going to be Jayla Matthews serving that one, so that negates the power play just 42 seconds in. So 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 18. That's pushed ahead here by New Brunswick. Trying to send that one up the wall. Collected, played ahead here. Meade just out of her reach. Sends that one right back in. Around the boards for Spurl. Spurl gets that one. An attack here from Colpitts. There to back her up is Power. Here comes Bryn Power skating that one ahead. Trying to apply the forecheck here as McGrath will collect it in behind. And she'll recollect as that one's passed up. Got a stick on that one. That one comes right back to the defense. Throwing that one ahead here for Meade. Ella Meade tried to ring that one around, but she's going to fan on that one and turn it over here for Audrey Poirier. Here's Poirier passing that one ahead for Roulette. Sharp loses the battle there, gets pressed out along the boards. Passes cross ice there as Grace White tried to find Somerville on the other side. No dice there. Sharp fires that one off the boards, and that one's going to go down the distance. That'll be an icing with 10:08 to go. So time expires on the 4-on-4 on that first penalty. So 39 seconds of power play time for New Brunswick in an offensive zone draw. Played across. Top of the zone, walks in, takes a shot. That one flutters just wide. Looks like it might have hit something on the way through as that one comes all the way down. And cleared for Newfoundland. Sophie Urquhart forcing a turnover there. Spins and throws that one through the crease. Here's Dawson now. Sending that one back in. That one's going to be collected here by Culligan. Culligan passes that one up for Roulette. Fired right back in. Passing that one ahead. Here comes White. Grace White walking in, tries to stuff it in, she scores! Grace White on the short side finds a little bit of daylight. And it's 1-0 New Brunswick. Just a little cut to the outside and found a way right back in. Grace White makes no mistake. And now shot number 11, they finally solved Murphy. And they have the lead, something they didn't have the luxury of in that first game. Penny fires it off the boards. Taking that one away. Drops it back up top. Here's Richard. Plays it into the middle, winding up taking a shot there was Audrey Dagg. Back up for Dagg. Up top. Takes a shot from the point. Hits a body on the way through and goes wide. That one's picked up by Dove. Chips that one off the boards. Matthews couldn't get that one out of the zone. Spurl spins away. Passes up. Matthews just missing that one. Fires that one up the wall and out. Culligan plays that one across. Working it through. Ringette walks it in over the line. Dropping that one back. They're going to hold it in there temporarily. Collected now. Here comes Leah Thornhill. We'll chip that one around. Audrey Dagg gives that one back for Thornhill. Collected now. New Brunswick will break that one out. Here comes Ouellette. Jefford trying to cut her off. Blocks it out. Takes a shot up high. They score. Just over the shoulder of Murphy. And all of a sudden it's 2-0 New Brunswick. Lauren Ward goes on the short side. Bit of a seeing eye shot there. And they lead by 2. Firing that one ahead. Skating that one up. Here's Urquhart. Walks it in over the line. Urquhart trying to cut through. An opportunity for Sophie Urquhart in just the second shot of the game for Newfoundland and Labrador. Urquhart. Urquhart was tied for first in goals and points this tournament heading into this contest. Looking to make an impact here. Her team trails by 2. Looking for something to get them back in the game. Sharp plays that one across. Passes ahead. Little backhand here. Sends it in deep. Sends that one around for Ringette. Picked up. Here comes Colpitts. Madeline Colpitts over the line. Walks in. Tries to get a shot off there. And Murphy will cover that one as it comes out to her side. She'll cover it up with the danger nearby. There's Poirier. Walks in. Legier Davis can't get the shot off there. That one gets blocked with a stick in the lane. Legier Davis battling in the corner here. He's got a couple of defenders all over her. Colpitts Tried to get that one back up top for Poirier. It's taken away by Meade. Passes up for Seymour. Meade chasing down there. Legier Davis settles it. Shields has calmly chipped that one ahead. Here's Colpitts over the line. Sending that one down for Kirsten McKinnon. Back up top, and that one will go all the way back. Picked up. Collected by Poirier. Almost taken away there. It's off the board, sent all the way down. Wilcott will give that one chase. No icing. Sharp fires it off the boards. Passes that one ahead here for Dawson. Marissa Dawson drops it here for Urquhart. Trying to take the zone, and that one's going to be offside. They just couldn't hold the line trying to enter. Play back here, Culligan. Trying to pass that one ahead here. Finds her target through the neutral ice. Ouellette walks in, tries to get a shot off there, but it's steered aside by Murphy. That one finds its way through, and that one's going to come all the way back out. Looking to move it up ice quick. Curling back there was Dagg. Battle won by New Brunswick. Less than 5 to go here in the first. Culligan passing that one ahead here for Richard. Marissa Richard over the line. Looking for a lane to bust through. Picks up Culligan. Cross ice pass and tried to play that right to herself. Just had the one hand on the stick. Up for Matthews. Here's Jayla Matthews skating it through the neutral zone. Passing that one ahead. She'll send that one in deep. Matthews taken out. Takes out a New Brunswick skater, Emily Thomas, with her. That one's back the other way. New Brunswick trying to attack off the rush here. Getting smothered there, but they come away with this shot, and that's going to hit the skate of Wilcott. Sending around, bobbling that one. Matthews tries to get that one up the wall, and that one doesn't get up the wall, but it does get out. It's passed ahead, redirected off the glass there. As Chanel Cormier got a piece of that one. That one's flipped ahead. Chipped up now, Jack. Just out of her reach. Victoria Shea backhands that one off the boards. That one comes right back in. Fires it up. Here's Jack. Walks it in over the blue line. Tries to get it through. Dropping that one off. Passes in. Tries to get that one through. That's Ringette. Passes ahead, Poirier. Gets that one right back for Ward. Ward tries to send that one through. Tries to get it out in front. Picked up. Here's Sharp. Little backhand off the wall. Thornhill fires it off the glass. Trying to pass it ahead. Somerville chips it right back in. Collected now by Newfoundland and Labrador. Gets that one over center. Plays it back across. Over center now. Over the blue line. Walks in. Takes a shot there. Kicked aside by the pad of Murphy. Sharp passes that one up. Over the blue line, and that one's going to be just offside. Just couldn't keep that foot down. With 2:13 to go in period number one. Plays that one ahead. Here's Spurl. Flips it up, Poirier. That one's going to get passed ahead. Redirected all the way back in. Spurl fires it off the boards. Passes it up. Here's Urquhart. Works it in over the blue line. That one's onside. Urquhart drops it off. She recollects. Back to Spurl. Takes a shot from the point. That one's going to hit a body on the way through. And they'll take that one out of the zone. Over the line. Takes a shot there. That one ends up in the netting, out of play with 1:29 to go. Bruns are getting tossed out of the dot here. Emily Thomas getting the boot, but that one won back anyway. Takes a shot from the point, sends that wide. Picked up, open ice, shoots, and that one just misses high. As Ouellette had a top part of the net there picked out. But couldn't bury it. Here's Meade. Passing that one ahead, Seymour trying to skate ahead with it. They get her right back. Fires that one up, and that one's going to miss everything, go all the way down. So with 52.6 to go, Newfoundland and Labrador get an offensive zone face-off to try to make something here. Out to the left of Betts. Passing that one ahead, works it over center, now over the blue line. Chipping that one down low. Picked up by Sharp. Passes that one ahead, that one comes free. Richard trying to walk that one in. That's picked up right into the middle. Walks in, takes a shot there, and that one's going to be steered aside. Back up top, Culligan takes a shot there, finds its way through, and fighting that one off was Murphy. Down to 10 seconds, Culligan holds the line. Passes across, a lot of open ice in front of her, takes a shot there, and that one stopped by Murphy. Steered aside, 3 seconds left, looking for one last centering pass here, but she's not going to have enough time, as time will expire, so they won't get the chance. 2-0 is the score after the first. 14-1 are the shots in favor of Team New Brunswick. We'll be right back for period number 2. You're listening to High Button Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 2 ready to get underway. It's a rematch of game number 1 of the tournament, where Newfoundland and Labrador hopped out to a 2-0 lead. They held on to win 4-1 in the end. They got outshot 57-11, but they find themselves behind the 8 ball, so the script flipped a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to High Button Sports. RBC Center in Dartmouth, Female Atlantic Challenge Cup. We are off and running for period number 2. Now a hit there in open ice. Looked like a little bit of head contact there. No call on the play, but that's going to be a hand pass that blows that one down. And a face-off just outside the line. So it was Newfoundland and Labrador that weathered the storm early on in game 1. They struck first in the second period, and they held on. A power play goal put them up by 2, and they didn't look back after that. Having a bit of a conversation with the wingers. One's one back here. Ward tries to get that one ahead, but that one's going to come right back. Here's Brooke Taylor. They pass that one across, walks in, redirects that one down. Ringette turns it over, back comes Newfoundland and Labrador. A 2-on-1 the other way, walks in, takes a shot right into the chest of Betts. And she'll cover that one up. Face off out to her right. Tries to work that one ahead. That one comes right back. Sending that one down low. Picked up by Richard. Tries to send that one out in front, and Murphy will make the stop. We'll cover that one up. Face off out to the right. There's going to be one back by Newfoundland and Labrador. Played back here. Flip it up by Isabella Jack, and that one comes right back. They're going to play that one right back to the defense. Taken away now. Here comes Thornhill. Trying to skate that one downhill. But that one's off the back net. Picked up by Culligan and passed ahead. The Bruins are going to break it out, coming in numbers, trying to fire that one in. Goes in behind the net. That's picked up by Folks. Back up top, winds up, taking a shot there as Dagg sends that one wide, and the net gets knocked off by Murphy pushing off of that. Spinning that one, fires that one up and over. New Brunswick taking that one away. Here's White. Comes right back up top. Back the other way, fires it off the boards. Here's Ava Seymour trying to chase that one down. Pressed out there by Cormier. White will collect and pass that one ahead, and they're going to break it out now. New Brunswick very seamless on their breakouts here early on, as that one's going to be offside. And a penalty on the way. It's going to be charged to Ella Mead. It sounds like a slashing call. It's now a power play up on the way for New Brunswick. 0 for 1 on their abbreviated opportunity. They got one on the back half of their penalty kill. They had it for about 39 seconds. 0 for 1 nonetheless. Now they have a chance on a full 2 minutes. One back. Here's Culligan. Plays it across. Up top. Sends it down by the hashes. Back up top, and Dag couldn't handle that one. That one's going to come all the way back. Passes ahead now. Culligan plays that one across for Ward. Passing it ahead. Works it over center, now over the blue line. Trying to bust on through and taken down. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 for New Brunswick. For a head contact penalty, we'll see if that's going to be 2 or 4. But a minute 34 of 5-on-3, a chance to break this game open. They're having a discussion there. To decide if that one's 2 or 4. Just trying to make sure they have the right one. Dove swapping with Dawson, so it's going to be Dove sitting. That's just going to be 2. Back up top, 5-on-3. They have possession. Plays it across here. Ouellette trying to get a shot off. Ouellette, top of the circle. Plays it cross ice. Walks in, takes a shot. They're stopped by Murphy. Ouellette on the doorstep. Couldn't get a stick on that one. Here's Ouellette once again. Works it down low out in front. Couldn't get the tape on that one. Newfoundland skater getting tied up there. Passing that one up the wall, a race for it, taking a swipe at that one, and a penalty on the way. A trip, and that one's going to be charged to New Brunswick. Rhea Culligan heading off for that one. So that negates the 5-on-3. It'll be 4-on-3 for the next. Minute 3. So face-off now out to the right of Betts. Passing that one ahead. Here comes Somerville. So 4-on-3 action. Lots of open ice out there. Back up top. There's Poirier. Plays it down low, sends it out in front. Down low for Somerville. Plays it back up top, Poirier. Back for Somerville. Walks in, takes a shot. That one's kicked aside. Collected by Ouellette. Back up for Poirier. Poirier looking for a lane through traffic. Being watched by Wilcott. Dawson almost steals that one. And she does. She comes away with it, pokes it ahead. Dawson trying to cut to the outside. She gets taken down. No call on that one. Back the other way here for New Brunswick. It's going to be a 4-on-2 as Dawson heads off. They don't take advantage of the rush, but they take the zone. 5 seconds left on that first penalty. Back up top. Walks in, takes a shot. Rebound is loose, and that one gets cleared away. 4-on-4. Looking to hit her with a pass coming right out of the box, and a penalty on the way. I think that one's going to be charged to New Brunswick. So a parade to the penalty box continues. Emily Thomas heads off. Now it's a 4-on-3 for Newfoundland and Labrador for the next 20 seconds, and then they'll have a 5-on-3 for 31. So an opportunity to claw their way back into this game. Takes a shot right off the draw, sending that one wide. Here's McGrath. Up top for Jefford. Brooklyn Jefford plays it across. Up top. Back for Jefford. Walks in, throws it down low. Great toe save by Betts. And that one's going to come back the other way. It's a 5-on-3, and White will chip that one in, killing valuable seconds off that first penalty. White dogging her, short-handed 5-on-3. Tried to pick that short side. Comes back the other way. Here's Dawson. 15 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Drops it back. Taylor gives it back for Jefford. Plays it cross ice. Looking to center it out in front. Takes a shot, and Betts will glove that one down and get the coverage. 5 seconds left on that 5-on-3. And they'll have power play 5-on-4 for just over a minute. So opportunity comes knocking. Can they capitalize? Trying to get another shot off the draw like they did on the first go-round. Picked up by New Brunswick, and that one comes just out over the line. A foot race for it, but Newfoundland and Labrador will play that one right back. Here's Jefford. Playing that one ahead here for Taylor. Gets that one back for Jefford. She bobbles that one. Murphy will have to play that one off. Fires that one off the wall. Skates that one over the line, but in the midst of a change, that one's going to be offside. One back by Newfoundland and Labrador. 30 seconds left on that power play. Passing that one ahead here for Seymour. Seymour drops that one off here for Power. Sending that one, and is going to be steered aside. Here's Mead. Battling down low. She gets pressed out there. She tries to kick that one to Seymour, but it gets away from her. Mead collects. Back up top here for Sharp. Sharp back for Mead. 5 seconds left. Looking for a lane, dropping that one off here for Wilcott. Wilcott, cross-ice pass here for Sharp. Sharp down low. Back to 5-on-5 now. Missed opportunity on the power play, but they hold the zone. Here's Sharp. Shot from the point. Flutters right on and goes right over the net. Dropping that one back. Here's Thomas. Sharp trying to meet her. Thomas tries to chip it off the boards past her. They're going to hold the zone here temporarily as they send that one down, but that one's going to be an icing. As it goes down the distance and will come all the way back, so hemmed out on the ice. They're going to be stuck out there. Up top, Penny takes a shot, redirected, goes just wide. Colpitts up the wall, Penny plays it across, walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked, and that one will exit the zone. Plays it up for Jack. Off the boards. That one gets sent all the way back in, and that one will be an icing. That one comes all the way back to the Newfoundland zone. There's Cormier, passes across, back for Cormier, out in front. It's loose, a backhand, sending that one wide. Tries to send it off the boards. Gets that one up to the line and out. Jack tries to take a swipe at that one. That one's collected now, trying to play that one ahead as Ward. Gets it up to the line, staying onside here, busting on through. That one gets taken away. Here they come, plays that one ahead, but it's going to come right back, and Chanel Cormier will collect. Sending that one up ice. That one goes all the way down, and that'll be an icing. Face off to the right. Played across, almost intercepted there by Jefford. Just bounced off her stick. Passing that one up. Tries to work it over the line. That one gets broken up with a good defensive stick. Flipped up and just wide. Jefford swings it around. Off the boards by Cormier. Perodier now passes across up to the line, but that one just gets out over the line. And that one's going to be offside. Picked up, going to flip that one in. Battling Rodier, couldn't get a stick on that one. That one's out in front. Rodier, a backhand there, takes it away, and that one goes just wide, but Murphy will hop on that one, not taking any chances there. Face off to the left. That one comes up to the line and out. A foot race now and trying to force some pressure there. Back the other way. Here they come. Here's Ouellette. Throws that one right out in front of the net. That gets cleared. Dropped off here for Meade. Ella Meade trying to bust through a little backhand there. Pops right up. Out in front, almost on the stick of Seymour. But she couldn't settle it down. Back the other way, Emily Thomas. Has some reinforcements on the way. Seymour chops at that one and gets that back out to center. Trying to fire that one in. That one hits a member of the bench. It will be a stoppage with 11:17 to go. One back here by New Brunswick. Sent right back down. Trying to send that one up the wall. Newfoundland comes away with it. Skating up to the center ice line. Now over the blue line, trying to work her way through. That one gets broken up. Good defensive stick there. Picked up by Legier Davis. Picked up by Jefford, little backhand. Swings it around the boards. Legier Davis works it down low, takes a shot off the side of the goal. Thomas trying to backhand that one out in front. That one comes away. Skating it up ice. Trying to chip that one over the blue line. Coming right back in, Poirier. Off the back wall, sending that one up. Here's Sharp. Fanning on that one. Taken away here by Colpitts. Sending it down low. Here's Sharp. Almost midway through period number 2. Sharp taking a fall there. No call on the play. Back the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Walks in. Shoots. Scores. Off the turnover. She makes no mistake. And it's 3-0 New Brunswick. Lauren Ward just forcing the turnover there, a 3-on-1. And just rips that one blocker side on Murphy. It's 3-0, just a second before the midway mark of this one. Picked up, New Brunswick takes it back in, looking for more, flips that one on, and Murphy will cover it up. Shots are now 21-6 for New Brunswick. And that just goes to show you the ebbs and flows, the swing that you can have in with some of these games. Newfoundland and Labrador had a 5-on-3, a chance to claw their way back into it, make it a one-goal game, maybe even tie it. But all of a sudden, it's 3-0 New Brunswick. Little backhand out in front. It's trickling on the doorstep. And Murphy hops all over that one. And another offensive zone draw for New Brunswick. Out to the left here of Murphy. Passing that one up. That one goes all the way down. Delayed icing. That one will come all the way back. So out to the left once again of Murphy. Down low, here's Jefford. Trying to pass that one ahead. That one comes right back. McGrath will play that one ahead. Trying to center that, and that one comes all the way back. Jefford will settle that one down. We'll defer back to Seymour. Picks that one up right into the middle. Cuts to the outside, drops it off there, just out of the reach of Wilcott. Finds Grace White in behind. Meade will steal it right back. Passed ahead, looking for the stretch pass. Here's Seymour. It's one-on-one, trying to get past the last defender. Can't, and she'll opt to dump that one in. Here's Ouellette. Passes it ahead for White. Grace White over the line. Trying to cut her way through, and that one, she'll get knocked down. Dagg gets that one taken away. Here's Shea. Skates that one, fires it off the boards, tries to get that one in deep. Picked up by Culligan. Here's Dagg. Sending that one up, and that one's going to go all the way back. That'll be a nice and charge to New Brunswick. So now Newfoundland and Labrador getting some potential offensive zone time. An offensive zone draw coming out to the right of Betts. Sends that one back in. Passes up all the way down. No icing on this one. Here's Penny. Backhands it off the wall. Here's Taylor now. Passes it ahead. Here's Culligan. Passes up. Tried to chip that one off the boards. Comes right back out. Takes a little swipe there. Taylor collects. Plays it back. Delayed penalty on the way here to New Brunswick as Murphy dashes off to the bench. We'll play that one back. Here's Taylor. Passes that one ahead. Here's Dove. She's in alone. Shoots. Misses just high. There's Sharp. Gets that one, and that one's broken up, and they'll touch it up with 6:52 to go. And a power play on the way for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Audrey Day getting the gate on that one. Works it down. There's Poirier. Back up, Wilcott. Plays it back. There's Spurl. Spurl back for Wilcott. Throws that one across. And Power settles it down. Back up top. Holding the line. Passes across. Here's Wilcott. Tries to throw that one across. That gets broken up by the stick of Somerville, and that one comes right back out. Wilcott skating it through over the blue line. Trying to bust on in, drops it off. Seymour backhands it on, and that's going to hit a skate and get cleared away. Throwing that one all the way up ice. Goes all the way down. Wilcott dumping that one back. Sends it all the way down. There's Meade. Throwing that one up ice just out of the reach. Seymour got a stick on that one. That one goes all the way down. No icing. Collected as McGrath will chip that one up in the netting out of play. 5:19 to go here in period number 2. Still 3-0 for New Brunswick. Newfoundland looking for a sign of life. Dawson wins the draw. Here's Urquhart. Up top for Jefford. 20 seconds left on the power play. Jefford back for Urquhart. Works her way through Sophie. Urquhart walks in and fires that one over the net. Sharp back up top for Jefford. Jefford back for Dawson. Takes a shot, snagged by Betts. And she'll glove that one down. One back, here's Urquhart. Urquhart walks in, shoots, that one's blocked. Doesn't get through, back to 5-on-5 now. Dawson taking a swipe at that. Jefford, little backhand into the middle. Plays it right back. Sharp will play that one ahead. Right here for Taylor. Brooke Taylor gets that one over the line. Not much further. That one comes back here for New Brunswick. They'll collect right into the middle. Jefford steals it. Jefford shoots, and that one's going to be reeled in. A chance there on the turnover. Just not able to convert. Face off to the right here. One back by New Brunswick. Plays it ahead. White over the line. Takes a shot there, and I think Murphy might have got a piece of that. But it sails over the net. Skating it the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Opportunity off the rush of backhand there. Couldn't settle it down. Thornhill right in the battle there. There's Poirier. Passes that one ahead. Thomas gets that one, and that one's going to be offside. Face off just outside the line with 3:32 to go in period number 2. Passes across. Here's Bootlier. Takes a shot there, reeled in. Plays it across, walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked. Off the wall, Bootlier winds up, takes a shot, right on rebound, they score! On the doorstep, and it's 4-0 New Brunswick. Just a shot through traffic, and Emma Legier-Davis was there to collect the rebound and there to poke that one home. Shot number 26 and goal number 4. And now a timeout for Newfoundland and Labrador. It was just a shot that found its way through the traffic. Murphy did a great job of tracking it, but Legier-Davis is right on the doorstep, making no mistake there. They're not going to miss from there very often. Just a little bit of a missed assignment from the defender. And it ends up in the back of the net. So 3:13 to go in period number 2. Face off back out at center as Newfoundland and Labrador try to find a way to get one here before the end of the frame. Give themselves a glimmer of hope heading into the third. Trying to pass that one up. Trying to come back sharp. Misses it. Urquhart tries to fire it off the boards. That one's collected. Here's Colpitts. Loses that one, and now a penalty on the way. I think that one's going to be charged to Newfoundland and Labrador. That's an interference call. And Sharp will head off. Face off out to the right of Betts. One back here now, another power play opportunity, a chance to go up 5. Here's Bootlier, passes across, back for Bootlier. Works it down low to the circle. Back for Bootlier. Bootlier with a shot there. Hits a body on the way through, and they'll get the clearance. Trying to pass that one up. Gets it over the line. Here's Ouellette. Ouellette walks in, shoots, she scores. It's 5-0 New Brunswick. Ouellette just walked in and ripped that one blocker side on Murphy. A bit of a reversal from that first game of the tournament, converting on a lot of their opportunities now. A power play goal, which they weren't able to get in that first game. Gets that one over the line, and a penalty on the way now to New Brunswick as they touch up. Dawson in to take the draw. Another power play opportunity comes knocking for Newfoundland and Labrador. Urquhart for Sharp. Takes a shot there, glove down by Betts. She'll get the cover on that one with 2:04 to go. So this power play will take us almost right down to the line. Here's Urquhart down low. Works it back, Sharp. Top of the zone, back for Urquhart. Urquhart from the top of the circle fires that one, and Betts tracks that one all the way through, makes the stop. Flips that one up, and that's all the way down. Sharp swings that one around. Up the boards, Urquhart. Can move that one up. Sophie Urquhart gets it right back. Passed ahead, over the line, walks in, takes a shot there. That one stopped. Steer to side approaching the last minute here. Here's Dawson. Tries to walk in there. Couldn't get the shot off. Picked up by New Brunswick, and they'll collect that one. Skate that one up. Poirier being dogged there by Urquhart and almost forcing a turnover to get it right back. But Poirier rings it around. Sharp knocks it down at the line. Off the boards. Down for Taylor. Looking to center that one. Picked up by Meade. Out in front. Gives it right back for Meade. Gets that one back here, Sharp. Over for Meade. Walks in, tries to cross ice, pass a backhand there. That one pops up and will be gloved down by the defender. As that one gets passed ahead, Spurl. Pass over for Power. Works it through, down to 10 seconds now. Meade tries to work it back in. Little chip play there. Gets it up to the line, not out. And that one will run us out of time here at the end of the second period. 5-0 score for Team New Brunswick. A trio of goals in the frame puts them up by a large margin. Team Newfoundland and Labrador looking for better fortunes in the third. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 3. Team New Brunswick leading 5-0 here in the bronze medal game. You're listening to High Button Sports from the RBC Center in Dartmouth. They racked up 3 goals in that second period, and they find themselves up by 5. Katie Hurley getting swapped out into the net for Jennifer Murphy, who allowed 5 goals on 27 shots. Bit of a rough go for the netminder, but they swapped them out. Katie Hurley had a spectacular first game, 56 saves, and was the player of the game for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Looking for some more of that magic here in the third. Shots are 27-12 in favor of New Brunswick. Not sure what we're waiting on here. It looks like we're waiting on the timekeeper to get back here and getting a loud cheer from the bench. And we are off and ready to go. Plays that one ahead. Sends that one all the way down. Giving that one chase on the forecheck. Here's New Brunswick. Urquhart trying to poke that one up the boards. Collected by Newfoundland and Labrador now. Trying to move it ahead. Get that one to the line. Flipping that one in. Picking up, here's Somerville. Little play there. That one gets broken up. Trying to get that one back the other way. Plays it across. Fanning on it here. Spurl passes that one ahead. Matthews. Goes all the way down. Sharp. Trying to get that one up to the line. Julia Sharp plays it back for Spurl. Spurl turning that one over. Trying to ring that one around the boards for Sharp. And instead that one's going to be collected by Thomas. Back up top for Culligan. Rhea Culligan taking a fall there. That one's back the other way. Here comes Matthews. Skating at the end of a long shift there. Matthews fires that one. And Betts will make the stop. 1:12 into this one. Period number 3. Bronze medal game. Gold medal game goes at 12:45. PEI taking on Nova Scotia. Battle of the 902. That one's one back. Here's New Brunswick. Plays that one up to center. Flipping that one in, and that one's out into the bench. So faceoff will come all the way back. Just outside the New Brunswick zone. Trying to send that one up. Here's Rodier. Skates that one over the line. Takes it back down. That one will be broken up here as the net comes off. Brunswick attacker comes crashing into there. Still waiting to fix the net. Face-off will be out to the right of Hurley. Trying to take a chop at that one, sends it up the boards. Trying to dig for it, presses it there, not giving an inch. Not giving any space, and that one finally comes loose. Ouellette plays it back up top, swings it back out in front there for Boutlier, but she couldn't get much on that one. Rebound on the doorstep. It's loose in the crease, batting away at it. And that one will be stopped and covered up. Just a loose puck there. Shot number 30 for New Brunswick. And a face-off to the left here of Hurley. Takes a shot there. That one's blocked. That one will be blown down. Net coming off once again, having a bit of trouble with those pegs early on here in the third. One back, chips it up the glass here. Dawson tries to pass that one into the middle. It's intercepted by McKinnon. Urquhart trying to poke that one ahead. Got a stick on that one. That one comes right back. Off the boards. Just out of the reach of Urquhart. That one goes all the way down. No icing on the play. All the way back. Takes a bounce there. Right out in front. It's loose. Rebound. Hurley makes the save. Another opportunity, shoots, and Hurley will stay square to that one and make the save. A little bit of a weird bounce, almost cost Newfoundland and Labrador another one. But Hurley stands tall in her net. Back up top, Poirier. Trying to get a shot off there. Works it down low. Back up top for Poirier. Taking a shot, redirected right on there, and that one will be steered away as Ouellette collects. Passes ahead. Here's Matthews. Plays it back. Ringette. Off the boards. There's Sharp. Plays it across for Penny. Passes ahead. Up over center. Gets it over the blue line. Trying to work it through. Picked up by Ouellette. Works it over the line. Trying to cut onto the outside. Ouellette back up top here. Takes a shot there. That one's going to be stopped by Hurley, and she'll cover it up once again. Just trying to slow this game down a little bit. And a face-off will come out to her right. Meade getting the boot from the dot. Seymour comes in to take that one. One back by Newfoundland and Labrador. Passed ahead for Power. Tries to outlet that one out. Culligan takes and fires that one just wide. Takes a bounce and pops right back out in front, but Meade will collect. Fires it off the boards. Hits the linesman on the way out. Picked up. There's Meade. Getting a little jab from behind there. We play on. Here's Rodier. Sends that one to the middle. No one there for it. A foot race as Degg races to hold the line, and she gets there in time. Sending that one back around. Passes it up off the boards, and that one will come out. All the way down. Icing waved off. Throws it up ice. Tried to hit her teammate on the pass, and that one's offside as she just drifts over the line. And that one will come all the way back on the stretch pass offside. Out to the right of Betts. Dawson takes a fall there. Picked up by Thomas. Looking to skate that one ahead. Here's Urquhart. Walks in, works it down low, redirected on Urquhart on the doorstep, and a pile of bodies blocking the lane there. Here's Ouellette. Trying to work that one back ahead, but it's held in. Little chip out into the middle, no one there to collect, and Cormier will settle it in behind her net. Passes ahead, and Sharp drilling White from behind, and that'll draw a penalty. We'll see what the call is going to be there. I think they're discussing if that one's going to be a major. It's going to be 2 for boarding. So another power play here for New Brunswick. They capitalized on their last opportunity, Chantal Ouellette. Works that one down low. In behind the net. Trying to swing that one back out in front. Drops it for Poirier. Poirier works it down along the wall. Poirier back for Ward. Drawing in Jefford. Back for Poirier. Audrey Poirier walks in, shoots. Hurley makes the save, and she'll cover that one up as she settles it down. Face off out to the left. Chips that one off the glass and out. Here comes Somerville. Passes it up. Ahead over center. Takes it over the blue line. Cuts to the outside. Here's Ward. Walks in, curls back, shoots, stopped by Hurley. Rebound, out in front, shoots, another save by Hurley. Rebound, she sprawls there, but it's off the side of the goal. And Taylor will redirect that one into the corner. Picked up Poirier. Cross ice. Up top, here's Poirier. Back for Ward, takes a shot, firing that one wide. 30 seconds left on that power play. Here's Poirier. Working it in. Audrey Poirier shoots. That one stopped. Rebound in front. It's loose. Spinning. Gets that one on. Hurley makes the save as she covers her post. They get that one up to the line, but not out. Ward holds it in. Pass across here. Walks in. Takes a shot there. That one's blocked and flutters wide. Picked up. Fired off the boards, but not out. Back here for Poirier. Takes a shot there. Trying to get a redirection in front for Marianne Ringette. Battling for it along the wall here. Newfoundland and Labrador come away with it. Back to 5-on-5. Passes that one ahead. Over center. They'll chip that one in. Here's Spurl. Hurley out to grab her paddle there. In behind the net. Back up. Here's Dagg. Takes a shot. That one's going to be stopped up. Back up top for Dagg. Over for Culligan. Culligan takes a shot there. Hurley tracks that one through the traffic and will cover it up. Chips that one up the boards. Culligan. In behind, Jefford. Tries to chip that one, and that one hits a stanchion and comes right back out. Isabella Jack off the boards. All the way down a foot race. That one has just enough for icing. That one comes all the way back. Face off out to the right. Tried to get that one off there. There's White. No collision there in open ice. No penalty on that one. Thornhill skating through. Passes that one up all the way down. Chasing the bag. Ahead here for Culligan. Down low, picked up by Ouellette. That one hits someone in the bench, and that one will come back deep into the Newfoundland and Labrador zone. 10-17 to go here in the bronze medal game. Approximately 30 minutes until the gold medal game here from the Atlantic Challenge Cup. Nova Scotia PEI up next. Swings that one around, just out of the reach of Penny. They get that one up to the line, not out though. McGrath holds it in. Mead will settle it down and passes up. Trying to chip it ahead. Works it all the way down. Midway through the period. Passes up. There's Ouellette. Works it down. Wilcott. Around here for Power. Chips that one ahead here for Mead. Works it in over the line. Mead throws that one across just out of the reach there. Newfoundland skater getting taken out right in front of the net. That one's passed across. Here's Legier Davis. Got a stick on that one. It goes right to Spurl. Jefford will throw that one up ice. Here's Matthews. It's a 2-on-1 potentially here, and Matthews loses control of that one. And that'll be collected by Colpitts. Curls back. Thrown up ice. Here's Legier Davis. Fires it off the boards. There's Jefford. Passes ahead for Dove. Battling here Barker. Barker will skate with it and throws that one directly into the New Brunswick bench. That'll be just outside the New Brunswick zone. Working it down low. Urquhart trying to work that one out in front. But she's going to get stopped up there by Somerville. Now hits another member of the New Brunswick bench. That one will stay deep in the New Brunswick zone. Offensive zone draw for Newfoundland. Here's Ringette. Passes up. Over center. Now over the blue line. Trying to work it in. Trying to cut to the outside. Ringette. Getting boxed out there. Throws that one on. That one hits a body. Down into the corner. Here's Taylor. Passes ahead Dawson. Off the boards. Playing that one right back out of the reach of Somerville. Passes ahead, getting a stick on that one is Ringette. Turns that one over for Spurl. Tries to take it over the line. Comes right back. Here's Victoria Shea, little backhand cross ice for Jefford. Thornhill. Working that one back in. Here's Jefford. Trying to send that one up. Little chop there. Thornhill knocks it down. Doesn't get through to the goal. Picked up by Shea. She's going to take it for a skate. Here's Victoria Shea. Tries to send that one out in front, but that's going to be collected now by New Brunswick. Passes up Spurl. Gets it right back. Here's Jefford. She'll slap that one around for Seymour. Seymour up for Meade, out of her reach. Here's Spurl. Jumps in off the rush. Getting pressed out there, a penalty on the way to New Brunswick. That's going to be body contact penalty there. With 6:17 to go. Newfoundland power play, a shot to get on the board here. Here's Wilcott. Back for Urquhart. Getting set up here on the power play. Takes a fall, sends it down low here for Taylor. Just out of her reach, and Dagg will fire that one off the glass and out. Wilcott gives it chase. Over the line, Urquhart. Tries to get that one there, and that one gets poked free. Hurley handling that one. Stretch pass here for Dawson. Held in at the line by Urquhart. Urquhart takes a shot there, and Betts will track that one through and make the stop with 5:26 to go. And 1:09 on the power play. Picks that one up, sends it all the way down. Getting the clearance. Jefford being chased out from in behind the net. Up for Power, gets the outlet. Spurl walks in, takes a shot, and flutters on. Betts drops that one right out in front. Meade there to collect it. Up for Power. Power takes a shot there, sending that one wide. Off the boards and out. Here's Spurl. Plays it ahead. Just out of her reach, and that one gets sent right back out here by New Brunswick. Spurl. Getting that one ahead, a foot race for it. Defense coming right off the bench. Right in the nick of time. Here's Meade back the other way. She's got Seymour with her. Meade cuts to the outside, sending it down low. Seymour, first one to it. Back to 5-on-5 now. Not able to capitalize on the advantage. Wilcott takes a shot. Rebound by Seymour. Stop by Betts. Down to 4 minutes now. Sending that one in deep. Wilcott plays it off the boards. Here's Taylor. Plays it into the middle. Here's Dawson. Skating on through. Gets taken down, no call. Skates over center, now over the blue line, walks in, takes a shot there, stopped by Hurley. Will come away here, Ward. Trying to settle that one down, picked up by Penny. Off the back wall. Trying to pass that one into the middle. Comes right there. Lucky they didn't get called on the too many skaters. Penalty, walks in, shoots. Hurley makes the save, and she'll gobble that one up and cover it up with exactly 3 to go. Shot number 40 for New Brunswick. Rather, shot 41. Late coming up onto the board. Walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked. Tried to get a rebound in front. There's that one right into the middle, collected by Spurl. We'll pass that one ahead. That one's all the way down. Culligan. That one up, plays it across. Works it down, there's Jefford. Comes away, there's Jack. Plays it up to the outside, here comes Seymour. Sending that one in deep. Playing it in behind their net. Throwing that one up ice. Knocked down a few times, a couple of redirections. Picked up by Wilcott. She's going to take it in. Wilcott, nice move. Takes a shot there, glove down by Betts. And she'll cover that up. Face off out to the right of Betts. Dawson back for Urquhart. Picks it up, plays it there, and that one's going to be stopped up. Pays off just outside the line. Minute 39 to go. Jefford, little backhand, rings that one around the glass. Backhand in the slot, fires that one high, pops right back out in front. Settled by Spurl. Backhand tries to get that one through. Here's Dawson. Works it in, takes a shot, that one's blocked. Off the boards, here's Spurl. Works it down. Here's Dawson. Takes a shot, firing that one high. Urquhart chipping that one up to the line, but not out. Here's Urquhart. Fires it off the boards. Down to 40 seconds. Playing that one in. Up to the line. Working in is Legier Davis. She's going to be cut off there. Back up top. Tries to work it in. Back along the wall. Legier Davis, cut off by Penny. Approaching 10 seconds to go. And New Brunswick with a commanding 5-0 lead. They're going to take this one. They're going to take the bronze medal here at the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup here in Dartmouth. And officially finishing in third place, locking in that medal. A great showing for them today. 41-18 are the final shots. 5 goals on those 41 shots. 36 accumulated saves between Hurley and Murphy. But they weren't able to generate any offense. And New Brunswick takes it. Stick with us here for players of the game. Of course, presentation of the medals. Brooklyn Jefford gets player of the game for Newfoundland and Labrador. And Lauren Ward, she had a goal in this one. Player of the game here for New Brunswick. Thanks for tuning in for this one. New Brunswick takes the bronze medal, and we move on to the gold medal game here. PEI versus Nova Scotia coming up next right here at High Button Sports.